Wide receiver Michael Thomas' name has been linked to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Michael Thomas, 30 years old, going into his eighth season, all with the New Orleans Saints. Now, with Michael Thomas, going into his eighth season, that makes him a veteran receiver. The Pittsburgh Steelers currently have Allen Robinson as their veteran wide receiver on a roster. Allen Robinson signed a 1-year deal, limited production and things like that, for the money that he's going to be due this season with the cap hit and things like that. So Allen Robinson's probably not going to be in Pittsburgh next year. And if you want to continue with the veteran, presence in the wide receiver room for George Pickens and guys like that, then Michael Thomas, is an option for you. Michael Thomas is not the Michael Thomas of old. Here's Michael Thomas's stats when he first came into the league. As you can see, his first 4 seasons, he was over 1,000 yards. He had his quote. I'm not sure what it. I think it was "can't guard Mike" or something like that. He used to say, and it looked like that was true. He was one of the top receivers, in the game when he was doing his thing. Ran into some injury, the injury bug and things like that. So his past, few years, he's been in and out of the lineup with injuries and things like that. So the production wasn't as it was for Michael Thomas. And plus, he didn't have Drew Brees as well. It always helps when you got a quarterback like Drew Brees throwing you the football. So Michael Thomas is not, the Michael Thomas, as you would know, but is still a veteran. He's still a big body guy, and he can still, if healthy, work him out. If that's the route you want to go, you work him out, see what he has, and he can be your veteran maybe for a lot cheaper than an Allen Robinson. And if you do go the Michael Thomas route, like I said, with Michael Thomas being a big guy, you may have to put Deontay Johnson or George Pickens in the slot, when you have Michael Thomas out there, which, Pickens in the slot, man, wouldn't be, that would be dangerous. And, get him the ball, Michael Thomas on the outside, or you put Deontay in a slot. Deontay may be better in a slot with his route running, them in routes and things like that, them cut in routes, maybe a slant out. You bring Thomas in, you bring Deontay out, things like that. You can mix and match. That's one thing Deontay Johnson has is his route running ability. So you have, options here with the Michael Thomas veteran wide receiver if you want, and it's all up to Michael Thomas as well. Not every veteran guy wants to come and be play mentor to young receivers. Some guys, have it in their head that they want to rekindle. 30 years old, he may say, hey, I have another 4 years of my career I can rekindle. I'm back healthy, and I want to, not saying that he won't mentor, but it's more like watch what I do instead of, hey, do this. But it's something for the Steelers to think about, with the wide receiver room. Right now, you got Deontay Johnson. He's the veteran, receiver. Without Allen Robinson, which is probably, I don't think he'll be around for that money. George Pickens, he'll be going into his 3rd season. Calvin Austin, second healthy season. So young room, in the wide receivers. So maybe bringing in a Michael Thomas you got to see what the compensation is. What he's going to want, but coming off injuries and not having the production he's had, the compensation probably shouldn't be that high. So, hey, maybe you want to roll the dice if you're Pittsburgh Steelers. You brought in Arthur Smith for your offense, new offensive coordinator. Maybe he can put Michael Thomas, I know he's he's regarded as the run first offensive coordinator, but hey, you never know. That was in Tennessee. Now he's in Pittsburgh. They say Tiger don't change his stripes, but maybe he can tweak a few things and put Michael Thomas and the rest of the receivers in the right positions, make some plays. So Michael Thomas's name has been floating out there, you know, for the Pittsburgh Steelers as a possibility. Veteran wide receiver, you know, if the Pittsburgh Steelers want to continue on that route with having a veteran for the young guys, you know. So what do you guys think about Michael Thomas to the Pittsburgh Steelers? We'll just have to see how that goes. Free agency is over a month, you know, over a month in March. So that's when things, you know, start getting interesting, and then the draft that follows, and you know, so we got a little bit of time before things really start getting interesting and names really started getting floating around and possible landing spots and things like that. So Michael Thomas is the latest name being linked to the Steelers. How do you guys feel about that? And we'll just have to see how it goes. Thanks for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to get all the new videos. And until next time, I'm out.